Welcome everybody to the Ascend Tournament Series mainstream. You're all doing well. It's nice to see you. I'm Spotty FC. You've come to the right place as I have once got my webcam. Let me get that thing on. While we work on make sure the webcam is actually working. Hopefully you're all doing well. Again, thank you so much for being action. There we go. Welcome in. We got a great match this evening. The Team Evo Apex Cup is back with Team Evo Exiled and 100x Mizuki. A best of 5 series this evening in the, again, Team Evo Apex Cup, week number 6. Both these teams actually are in a very good position. Evo Exiled right now are 4-1. 100x Mizuki are 3-1. Exiled, I only have one more match this season, so this is their last match of the season, Team Evo Exiled, meaning that in the position that they're at, trying to chase down the Whippersnappers, they'd like to get a win here. If they lose this match, the Whippersnappers ahead of them actually aren't guaranteed a spot, but they are in a good position for it. But for Evo Exiled and Mizuki, both of them in a position where they've guaranteed themselves already spots this season. So they've already guaranteed themselves some decent placement and a spot in that final, in that top 16. So at this point, playing fun, playing for the end of it. An important series for both of them. Be it at this point, just trying to get experience off of each other again. Seeing where both these teams are heading. It'll be an interesting place to be as this one. So here again are our lineups. I think I showed you guys this already, but we've seen Evo Exiled already, I think, twice this season. I'm gonna stream a lot this season. Saw them, was I think last week. But yeah, it was when we saw them sweep Miku Momentum, so number 4. Fun match this evening again, a little best of 5. Again, only 2 weeks left. Only 1 match left for Evo Exiled. 2 for Mizuki. Again, they'll play, obviously, after they play Evo Exiled this week. Next week, they actually get a free win over GHG Abstract. So next week, this is also their last match of the regular season. Considering that, if you consider the GHG Abstract forfeit win not a match, which I guess in ways you could consider it not. So again, it will be considered a forfeit win, so teams in interesting positions. Actually, both right now tied in the rankings. If you GG Abstract placement with them both 4-1 at a plus. So again, good placement, really good placement for both these teams. Again, at the very top of their group, they're guaranteed to make it in that top 16 in a pretty good positioning. Obviously, though, seeding does matter. If you're a higher seed, you're gonna have a much better time in the bracket qualifier. Easier seed. Listen. Seeing the second seed's likely to play against a 5th seed, potentially a 4th seed, and the 3rd seed's likely to play a 4th seed. Again, in a good. We'll wait on things to get underway here. Moments. Again, it's going to be a fun time here in this final bracket. Waiting on I'm excited to see how things will go here. Team Evo Apex Cup, sponsored by Team Evo. Thank you to our good friends at Team Evo. Besides Team Evo, your side's it'll be a fun match tonight. I'm really excited to see the teams will play, but already 125 coming in with Cloudy, Kidante, and Sim. As again, we're going to see how things will go here. Listen, I'm excited. I really am. Team Evo should have averted Knave in July. We'll see if that's the case. Should be again a really nice matchup. Just gonna have to wait on. Here's our ready. It'll be interesting, definitely. interestingly difficult. Again, as we wait, we'll get updates. Hopefully, Evo Exiles can, but they should be here. Again, I'm excited to see how things will go here. Again, we don't have that many matches today for two. Again, as things started up in just again a minute or two. Again, reminder that that both these teams already guaranteed a spot in that postseason. The Apex Cup is one of the easier divisions to get this season. There are 21 teams playing. 16 of those teams are making it to the postseason. I think actually of the 21 teams, a couple teams have already left the league. Again, there's only going to be a few teams that are actually not going to be able to. This group, all you have to do is not be 6th seed. Again, the 7th seed being GG Abstract are already out of the seed. So, definitely, so this group considered one of the easier groups this season for the Team Evo Apex. But we'll see. I mean, I would agree with that. I think this group is relatively fun, but we'll see how things go. I've been proven wrong on this kind of stuff before. Absolutely, so. Go here as is in the lobby, so let's get this match underway. As Averted, Knave, and July all here on Evo Exiled. They're here for the 3rd time this season. Our next Mizuki, their start on this stream. It is the last match of the regular season for both these sides. As Evo Exiled on the blue, 100x Mizuki on the orange. Best of 5 series for both these teams. See how their season will end. And already Sim's got a goal. Well, that didn't take too long, did it? Sim already on the scoreboard. And Evo Exiled already looking quite strong. Although, of course, their run season has been a difficult one. Next, Mizuki will be not really a huge upset, but technically an upset, although right now they may be making different arguments. 2 goals from Sim. And 15 seconds in, our next Mizuki giving Evo Exiled a run for their money. A start like this can only mean good things for your future. Mizuki again for 165 Esports. Work that all 3 of these players on Evo Exiled used to be a part of. A bit of a interesting reunion, if you will, of organizations. Again, Evo Exiled. 135 players that used to be on 135, so of course. For more, as here's another play for Sim. Unable to get through Averted. K-Dante be blocked by Averted as well. Evo Exile pushing up front. Cloudy will race back. Mizuki waiting a little bit on defense here, as again Sim, the current goal scorer, 2 goals to his name. It might take more than that to beat Evo Exile. This team definitely known for their ability to hit the nets. To be in for quite a high-scoring matchup, which wouldn't be too surprising, as speaking of high scoring, this is one of those players that's going to be front-running things, and it is July. I've always mentioned him when I talk about this team Evo Exiled side, because he's such a well-rounded player. Again, expect to see a lot from him this series. Seems to get things done for this Evo Exiled team. SK Dante looking for Cloudy! Trying to make it 3-1. Next, Mizuki. Forced back a little bit here as will be July up next. Sim keeps this one away. Averted off the sidewall will be Knave's touch. Averted still waiting. He could get this pass. Sim gets on the end of it. Evo Exiled nearly with a second. And against most teams, that succeeds. Again, Mizuki, they've been pretty alert this season. Not the kind of team that's going to let things go by very easily here. As Knave again. Evo Exiled. And just trying to play all over the place right now. It's a team of such strong players. They're going to find ways to succeed. And again, their offense has been amazing this season. Knave will tie things up as a very tough angle goes right between Cloudy and K-Dante. Evo Exiled. This game at 2-2. keep the goal streaks going, as again, 2 goals already in a row, looking for number 3 to take that lead. As averted by K. Dante, July. Reset will be blocked by Sim. Averted. Audi. July. Team Evo themselves up to offense, but Mizuki give them other reasons. Cloudy! Oh, it's gone in! It was shot in by July. And 135 Esports takes the lead again. Cloudy was looking for the double tap, and he honestly would have hit it there too. But it's July who scores on his own net. That means 135 Esports in the lead once more. July. 2 touch down the field, averted. He'll be there to collect as Nave jumps into this one. Averted. Good first tap as well, but Evo Exiled. That pressure going. K. Dante. Nave won't be there for it, but averted! Long touch, stopped by Sim. Evo Exiled. Looking for number 3. Before it was to take the lead, now it's just to tie things up again. I mean, knowing this Evo Exiled team, honestly, it's only a matter of time before they find something to work! Nave will do just that! That's what I mean about this game being a high-scoring affair. Both these teams are known for offense. It's only a matter of time before you see things continue, or just blossom for one or the other. That's what's going to make this match so fun, I think, for everybody to watch. There'll be no shortage of goals, that's for sure. As Sim. Looking for the net there, Cloudy. Hitting on the end of that play as averted will be there in time. Mizuki going for those infield passes, and you can tell Evo Exiled looking petrified. For a team that can go for passes, they're not really known for it. They're known for keeping possession. It's infield passing play for Mizuki, catching that Evo Exile defense, which is sitting a little further back than I think they wanted to. Evo Exile, here they go again and again. This is what this team is good at, is keeping possession, but never do so there, as this ball will go for Sim. K. Dante putting it on the end of that shot. Exiled will wait in the midfield. Sim gets it on July. Averted already back in time here. Evo Exile will look for the clear. July off that sidewall will be bouncing in front. Averted. Hey Dante, stopped by July. Sim. Hey Dante, oh, he doesn't read this one correctly. Now it's Nave's chance to go. Averted by Cloudy. July once more. Off the back wall is July. Nave doesn't read this one. July. K. Dante stopped by averted as he'll push out a net for this one. Time running out in an all tied up game. Mizuki looking for one last chance inside the final 10 seconds. Sim already forced back. Nave will hit it to the floor. And it is overtime on Manfield night. This game is not over just yet, but for what we were expecting this game to be, it has definitely lived up to those expectations. So many goals, so many great opportunities, and definitely a close series to be had. Already July goes. We'll not get an easy touch on this one, but it's a nice bounce in front. Sim will be waiting for this. Averted. Can't reach this in time. Oh, it will bounce the net. This is Mizuki who can take possession here, but Dante doesn't have boost. Sim doesn't really get a good first touch. Mizuki still keeping control, however. They're definitely not winning all these challenges as already K. Dante whiffed on it. Averted. Oh, he could have scored there. It will be Nave. Oh, he's missed the chance. Evo Exiled could have won the game right there. You don't ask for much better chances. A huge miss in the midfield. And it doesn't get much better for you than that. Averted. I have no clue why he went for the pass in that play. He had the open net in front of him. Must not have known it was there. There's no reason he should have gone for the pass in that position. Game stays even, stays in overtime because of it. Dante. Trying to get the bump. Dante and the fake bumped into it by Cloudy. Evo on possession again. Sim outwards to July. Sidewall, little bounce in front. Somebody's got to go for this one. Well, it will be Dante. Left in the midfield as Nave. Sim wins that challenge, averted. Things away, but in goes Cloudy. July. Light touch. Kept back by Dante. Averted. Now goes Sim. One-on-one with July. That's a great play from July, too. Even though he plays in that challenge, he doesn't win possession. In that position, he's just worried about making sure that ball doesn't go on target. For Evo Exiled, running low on boost. They gotta get this ball out. July will beat Dante. Nave to shoot. Oh, what a block for Cloudy. Got it right across the net. Our ex Mizuki now with the defensive stops. As they go the other way themselves. Cloudy. Some openings on defense. Or really on offense. Defense for Evo Exile, but nothing showing. Mizuki continues away, but they may have overcommitted. It's hit the bar. Another open chance for Evo. How many of them will they get this game? A second chance this OT, where they really should be winning. After how much time do you think maybe they just aren't the team to win? Well, here goes July. It's a great block for Dante. 3 minutes of overtime already. No goals scored. As July, Dante doesn't have boost. Will be bumped out of the way as here goes averted. Cloudy, who's facing the wrong direction. Nice pop-up play for Sim. Mizuki back on the ball again. Too long, that touch given away to July. Now he's kept it up in the air. Averted. Will beat Sim. Shot on. Stopped by Cloudy. July couldn't hit the front post. And Mizuki now playing the defense. They'll get rid of it. Averted a risky challenge, keeping the ball in. Play like that. If he doesn't win that challenge, that ball's going to the other side of the field and to his goal. Important play, potentially. Evo Exiled still playing the defense. Dante kept out by Nave. Mizuki playing a lot more in the fake game here. Gonna force Evo Exiled to give them room. Team Evo just not doing so. Feels like they're challenging even more aggressively now. Even more desperately. They want game one to be over. Both these teams want to win this one, but it's just not easy. Dante, Sim doesn't have it. Cloudy stopped by averted as he'll jump in time. Evo may get an overcommit here. Nave doesn't able to get it. As here goes the play. A great stop for July. Will find averted. Second touch gets by Dante. As Sim demoed out. Dante to his own back wall. Dunked by July. Cloudy will be there. Dante will keep things away, but Evo Exiled again, just challenging when they can, keeping things aggressive. Having two open chances this game that they've missed on both. Do they get another opportunity? Do they deserve another opportunity? Over 5 minutes of gameplay now. Sim, averted, keeps it out. July will challenge. We've gone through now 2 goal games worth of Rocket League, only for 1 point on that series. Sim, averted, keeps it away. Dante, up in the air, will have a second touch. One chance will end this game. With the momentum that's sure to follow with a win like this. Every team knows how important Game 1 now is, even for how long it has taken. Bounce off that side wall. Dave, gonna flip a reset. Well, instead, leaving for July, he gets a demo, and Dante has averted in the midfield. A Cloudy, huge block. As infield pass for Evo Exiled. They haven't come very often this game, but they are point deadly. Nave whiffed. Nave whiffed. A Mizuki will take this one. All it takes is one effort. It's one mistake. Almost 6 minutes of overtime. Our next Mizuki with one shot will take the win. A mistake from Nave. And the pressure must have got to him. That's game 1. All for Team Evo Exiled. 7 saves were averted. 10 shots for Sim. You won't be seeing numbers like that very often. As that final goal from Sim actually pushed him over 1K on the points board there, so... And you won't be seeing stat lines like that very often, but Mizuki end game 1. A whiff on overtime. And Mizuki gladly will take this one. Both teams, their last match of this regular season. Well, for Mizuki, again, another, we'll have a 4-1 record guaranteed at the very least after this series. Sorry, with the win next week against the GHE Abstract. Oh, 5-1. A win here would do it for them. Now, on momentum, Evo Exiled have got to find a way back, and this might be it. Okay, Dante's left all alone, and you just can't do that. A complete collapse on the offensive side. Cloudy took the risk for offense with no one behind him. It's an unnecessary risk, it's a bad risk, and it's one that will truly go against him. We go already for Evo Exiled. They look to turn this series completely around, 180, if you will. Averted. Cleared back by Cloudy. Averted again. Dante can't get there. Now a beat from Averted. Dante, no boost. Oh, he just got enough on it past July. Evo will wait back as Sim. Cloudy to the back wall. It's gone just wide as Nave once more. Okay, Dante on the touch. Averted keeps things away. As 2 go, a double commit from Mizuki. July won't read this! Sim's gonna answer! Those waterfall touches, always difficult to read. July doesn't get it. Nave doesn't have it much better. Sim waits on the ground. And it's Mizuki on the board. And by the way, just for all of you wondering, that game won the longest overtime on the Ascent Tournament Series stream history. And the first that we've had that has gone past 5 minutes. Already setting a record now for this stream that may not be broken for a while. Rarely do you have overtimes that take that long. Go Exiled. I want to be a bit more careful here. Okay, Dante win that challenge, but it will be Cloudy instead. Mizuki looking for that lead, but only heavy touches from Mizuki. They're not really keeping control of the ball rather than just hitting it away. And now Evo Exiled, they'll go for the dribble. Nave could have done a lot better, went really early on that shot. Feels like both teams still nervous from what we saw at game 1. And so many heavy touches, so many booming clears. Both teams, I mean, this season have been so good at keeping control. Not exactly doing well for themselves to break the well, not stereotype, but I guess the thought process that Group A this season for the Team Evo Apex Cup has been the weakest of the 3. Teams just at this point, again, playing a game of boomer ball, waiting for that mistake. This one might be it though! It's gonna be July with a goal! And what on earth happened here? Mizuki whiffed it! Okay, Dante didn't read it, Cloudy didn't read it either. That is a gimme for Team Evo Exiled. A mistake that I didn't think we'd see coming. That is odd. Now Mizuki will need to score again. To win it with almost 6 minutes overtime, you would think Mizuki would be in the driver's seat of this series, but far from it. It seems like they're having the exact opposite issue. Seems like they can't seem to control any of this matchup. And a lot of it coming from these really heavy touches that they're just going for down the field. They're only serving to just give the ball away to Team Evo. And whereas Team Evo is getting heavy touches, theirs have more of a purpose. They're actually looking for each other down the field. Mizuki needs to find control, which they just, again, have not done so far. Sim. The reset will have it away. July keeps it back. Cloudy. K. Dante. Averted. No boost! He's not going to get there in time! And Mizuki find an answer here as Evo Exiled on an overcommit, unable to get back in time. Poor clear leads to a poor defensive structure, leads to a goal for Mizuki, and now another game tied up as we head into the final minutes of Game 2. More time potentially looming once more for both these teams. Although still with a minute to go, anything can happen, and knowing both these teams, there is definitely, again, there is no shortage of goals, that's for sure, so hey, hold your breath, expect another goal to come in at some point. This game nears its close. Them. Bye. Remove the ball off his possession. Now goes Nave to the back wall. Double attempt. Averted, not ready for this. Neither is July. K. Dante wins the challenge. It's a perfect bounce, but averted there in time. Up goes Nave. Sim gets there first, but Onyx Mizuki not willing to challenge. They'll play the midfield instead. K. Dante. Sim won't read this. Nave. And time tick away here. I think he's just looking to play for overtime. As K. Dante to the back wall will bounce in front. Cleared back. Sim with one last effort with 0 seconds on the clock to the ceiling. The dunk. Nave gets there and denies that goal. K. Dante. Averted. Evo Exile looking to let this hit the floor. Cloudy keeps it up. Sim going across will once again go up in the air. K. Dante calls for it. The touch not good enough though. And it's a second straight overtime. Mizuki looking to take match point here with another overtime winner. Last game took almost 6 minutes for that goal to go in. I would expect this overtime to be much shorter by comparison. We'll see if that ever is the case, as that shot was a beautifully played one. K. Dante nearly didn't have that one. Cloudy will find K. Dante. That net has been open there for Evo Exile. Not really getting back in time. Those overcommits, those defensive positionings have not been favorable to them this game. They've just been in the wrong spot. Too many times here as a double commit. July's got to waste time. He hasn't done very well. Shot, save, Nave there to clear. And Team Evo surviving by a thread. A double commit created havoc. July got the first save. And then the clear from Nave to prevent any follow-up chances. Will have saved this game. Oh no! Another overtime winner. And this one even worse than what we saw at Game 1. Oh, it's Nave in the middle of it again. I don't know what he's doing that with that touch. He runs into Averted. That ball goes to the empty net. Onyx Mizuki, you will open the series 2 straight games, won in overtime. And I don't really know what else to say. That is a horrible time to panic. And they went away from winning the series. Mizuki could win this in a sweep. They're in a great position to do so. Well, that will definitely put a dampen on things, as I don't know what else they can do here. Not a great position for Team Evo Exiled. Mizuki, another win in overtime as, once again, Knave in the middle of things. One thing you always want to say is don't panic in those positions. It's easier said than done. Go to game 3 here. And Mizuki could win in a sweep. Evo Exiled, 2 straight overtime losses, both as a result of panic. And if there's anyone right now in the field that I really do not envy, it would be Knave. He's been in the center of both those goals in overtime. While it is not a series defined by Knave, those overtimes ended because of his mistakes. I really do not envy his positioning. This is about as bad of a place as you can be if you're Knave. You've had 2 overtimes where your team's had a chance to win. 2 overtimes where it is your mistake on defense that cost your team the overtime. The one thing you always want to tell people in these positions is that it doesn't matter. Is that the last thing you want to do is try to prove, your worth by just playing solo efforts. That's not how you win matches. That's not how you win series. Mistakes happen. Even bad mistakes happen. One thing that Knave can't do is try to play a solo style, try to redeem himself. That only comes by finding good ways to work around your teammates. Over Mizuki. Gonna take down the previous members of 135 Esports. Cloudy. I don't know what he's doing in front of his own net here, but he's able to get that dribble around a couple different players. Now goes Sim, July. Pickpocket him. Okay, Dante. Low boost. And we've seen Mizuki a couple times with a very low boost as they race back to defense. It's something worth noting here because Evo Exiled hasn't really focused on counterattack plays. Again, they've been much more likely to just clear the ball away from themselves. As I said, it's been an issue for both these teams this series where they both just want to get rid of the ball rather than trying to go for those plays. I think Evo Exiled has more meaning in their touches though because they do try to find each other on these passes. They just haven't connected. Those counterattacks could be really useful for them if they start to realize just how useful they are against a Mizuki team that's pushing up high, but Evo Exiled pushing up themselves here. And not a good time to do that here as that touch, Sim, pass back to Kadance and averted in July. Both wanted to push up for the challenge. Only one of them gone, the other would have been in net, it would have been a save. Instead they both go, the net's left open, and Mizuki take the first goal. Now play to the midfield. Averted. Stopped by K. Dante. He'll still go here, but Eve up next. Averted. Kept out by Sim. Hey, Dante won't need to get a touch on this either. It's a second for 100x35 Esports. And Mizuki looking to enjoy their position on top. Averted. We'll go for this one. Sim, he's trying to play the fake, but it doesn't really work. In fact, Knave should score. Oh, he's missed it completely. And things cannot get better for Knave this series, do they? A game like this where you desperately need a goal, what's the kind of chances you're looking for? 3 shots over the net with no one challenging you. Again, I do not envy the position that Knave is in. This series has not been good for him. Okay, Dante. Stopped by Knave, but here goes Cloudy. Stopped by July. Oh, it's Cloudy again, though! July tried to play control, and it backfired terribly. Okay, Dante, and then Cloudy, and July. That shot went straight at him. The only thing he can do there is hit it, keep it in front. Things are only getting worse here for Team Evo Exiled. Last 2 games have gone to overtime. This one may not follow that exact same run. And again, you can only feel true pity for these players. It has been a horrible night. Okay, Dante. Challenged by a couple different players here. Nave will go to goal. Cloudy gotta be careful! And he wasn't! July's shot left Nave the open net. Cloudy, had he just gone earlier, he would not have to worry about it, but he obviously didn't see the July on that challenge. Not seeing that attacker. Only gonna leave things tougher for him to defend. 22 seconds. Evo Exiled trying to create the comeback. I wouldn't consider it impossible, considering this team's offensive knowledge. It's gonna be quite difficult as Nave will get things on defense. Can't get a second stop. Sims got a second. 100X Mizuki's got their fourth. And leading by 3 goals. Mizuki could sweep the team right above them in the standings. In their last match of the regular season for both these teams. Evo Exiled, a series determined and decided by preventable mistakes. Nave, where's that trapdoor when you need it? Because it really feels like this series has been a cruel joke to him. Again, it has been one of the most sad performances I've seen from Nave, and I really feel bad for him. This is not me making fun of him or talking badly about him. This is me understanding the position he's in. I've had matches like these before. There's nothing that seems to go right. And again, you gotta feel for him here. It's averted. We'll take the shot, but Cloudy gets the block. Team Evo Exile just looking for any way to end this series with any positive note in their regular season. Their Stage 1 performance with a positive note. But it has just not been that way for them. As July. Dave. 10 seconds to go, but 100X Mizuki will take the series in a sweep. Their season will end 5-1. Next week, again, they get that forfeit win over GHG Abstract. This week has been beautiful for them as well. A field sweep over Team Evo Exiled. For 1, 100X Mizuki will take the series. 3-0. Again, and an important victory. That is how you get things done. 100X Mizuki. Go sweep. Oh, important wins for them. Team Evo side that's been pretty solid this entire season. Well, a quick match today for the Team Evo Apex Cup, but that's how things go sometimes here. 100X Mizuki will take down Team Evo Exiled. We're going to get an interview here with 100X Mizuki. Actually, it for tonight. I think this is the only match today for a Ascend Tournament Series. So, didn't have that many matches scheduled early in the week, that's for sure. But again, fun that we have here as both these teams that enter the season. As we're gonna wait on them, we'll get them in here. That ends our night. A 3-0 sweep for 100X Mizuki. Again, they looked pretty good. Season will end amazingly. There we go. All in, and everybody, welcome in 100X Mizuki, a 3-0 sweep. Your regular season ends, actually, with this match, so a huge victory over Team Evo Exiled. Not only have you guys already guaranteed a spot in playoffs, but you guys are guaranteeing a pretty good seed at the end of the season. Your record will actually end at 5-1. Guys, again, having a amazing season so far. Cloudy, talk to me. You guys had a very good season. 5-1's a great record going into that top 16 in the postseason. How are you feeling, especially with the victory today over Team Evo Exiled? Because this team has been pretty good this season, and you guys were definitely the had the better performance tonight.
Yeah, I mean we're feeling pretty great, honestly. To go into our first leagues with this team is with this kind of record is absolutely what I would want for us. It gives us a good sight for the future, and I hope that we can just push for the title and just keep winning, honestly. But yeah, it's a really great start for us. We feel good to win against a team like this, but of course, what we expect from ourselves.
Well, again, you guys definitely showed up today, and a player who really had that importance as well, Kate Dante, tons of clutch goals. Game 1 was almost a 6-minute overtime, the longest overtime we've had on this stream's history. Very short history, sure, but first time we've had an overtime past 5 minutes on the Sun Tournament Series main stream. So, yeah, big performance, but yeah, fun one as well. Talk to me as well, for from your point of view. That overtime was long. It really set the series. Just tell me about that overtime, because again, it was long. It was not easy, but you guys got it done. You got the win.
Yeah.
You
Dante?
not here?
Oh,
Dante?
what?
Yep.
Oh,
K-Dante,
me? Oh, what?
K-Dante fell
Oh,
asleep on us. All right, K-Dante.
what?
I was saying,
Talking to you about the
Yeah, the
overtime, the first
overtime.
overtime,
Sorry, yeah.
first 5 minute overtime, bro.
Yeah. Uh, I wasn't nervous at all. That was easy. First day back after 6 days, so um,
Hmm.
they had it light.
Or
Uh, yeah, I don't know. Wasn't nervous at all. That goes pretty
that's
easy.
definitely looked somewhat nerve-wracking, but I'll take your word for it that you weren't nervous during that overtime. But again, a big win. You guys go into the postseason. Sim, a lot of people are saying that Group A is the weakest group in the Team Evo Apex Cup this season. A lot of people are saying that Group A is a group that is not going to do well in that top 16. You guys are one of the top teams in Group A. What do you say to the people that because again, most people would say it's the weakest group this season. Obviously, you guys are trying to prove that Group A is not the weakest group.
yeah, I don't really know any of the other teams, so not really worried. Not at all.
Fair enough. Again, you guys get the win. You're going to that top 16. Cloudy, what's the team going to do to prepare for that? Of course, next week you technically have a match, but it's against UH Abstract. It's a forfeit win, so you have a week to prepare for your top 16, your first playoff matchup. Talk to me what you guys are going to do to prepare for that, because not only do the matches get longer, they become best of sevens, but the stakes get a lot higher. It's double elimination in the top 16, so even with how well your season went, 2 losses out, you don't even make top 8. So what are you guys going to do to prepare for that?
Just keep staying consistent, training mechanics consistently, hoping to scrim a lot, and just build our game sense and our teamwork. Making plays,
Chemistry.
our chemistry, of course,
There you
always needs work. And really, that's it. I mean, we know that it's just 2 chances and we're out, so we really can't um, risk anything. We have to stay consistent, stay disciplined, be smart. So really, just um, playing with that in mind.
So far, so good. Your season has been quite successful. Congratulations on your win over Team EWX on a 3-0 sweep today. Thank you so much for Cloudy, K-Dante, and Sim. Before you guys, let's get some shoutouts here. We always give teams the chance to do some shoutouts at the end of the match. So let's start with Sim. Do you have anything you want to say? Any shoutouts?
I want to shout out my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my dog, my PS5 controller, and that's pretty much it. Shout out Averted, my goat. I've yet to lose to him in any league. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, congratulations on your win. We'll now move on to.
Yeah, thank you to my son Abel. I'm Aesbo. Him, I like he's like a cheerleader. He's my little side gig. He's just there watching all my match. A big fan of mine, so want to shout him out.
And now we'll move on to Cloudy. Do you have anything that you want to say to kind of round things out here?
Just thank you to everyone who supports the team, and thank you to everyone who played. Um, Shout out to Exiled. It was a good game. We hope to play you guys again in the future. But yeah, GG's.
And you looked pretty good there. Your season has now ended. Your record will end at 5-1. So congratulations on that. An amazing season here for 100x Mizuki. So much for joining here, Cloudy, K Dante, and Sim. Congrats on your win. Have an amazing rest of your day. Have a good off week next week, and hopefully we'll see you again in that. Take care.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Cloudy, K Dante, and Sim joining us there. A field sweep over Evo Exile. Thank you all so much for joining, for being so supportive. It was great to be there as we're going to get a lead out to a good friend of mine. Thank you all so much. Have an amazing rest of your evening, everybody. And when we see you again on this stream, it'll be with more Sen Tournament Series action. Take care, have a great night, and be well.